Hi there, it's Patmos and welcome to a new video, this time about a whole new game called Colonials Programme. I was contacted by its creator, Cookie Legend, who's the sole developer of this game, and he asked me if I was interested in playing this game, making a video about it, giving it some exposure and of course give my honest opinion about this game. And I said, well, that's fine, I'll do that. And I want to thank him for his trust in me and for providing me with a Steam key so that I can play this game. And I've played around with it a bit. And I'm going to tell you all about it and show you some of the gameplay. Now, what's Colonials Programme about? It's a colony building game where you play as a little robot managing the needs of a colony in space. You will explore different star systems as you go from planet to planet, and each planet represents a mission. And accomplishing that mission, all those missions, will get you further in the game. You have to build machines, you have to harvest elements, you have to refine them and turn them into different resources. And of course you have to manage power supply, fuel, etc. And of course keep some of your colonists alive. Now there's a lot of things you can do in this game. There's a campaign mode, you can edit your own map and play those. There are some challenges, as you can see right here on the screen. So there's a lot of things you can do with this game. And I have to say, it's quite a fun game. But before I'm going to talk about what I think about the game, we're just going to play it a little bit. We're going to play the tutorial and the first level. So let's start a new campaign. Yes, all progress will be lost, that's fine. And let's enable the tutorial. And it's highly recommended that you play the tutorial if you're new to this game, because it's very handy. It'll explain everything to you. Now, first off, it just tells you what to do. So it says place the capacitor here and it highlights the capacitor. You have to build it. Well, that's what we're going to do. Now we have to check our power grid and see that these yellow tiles are now powered. So there isn't a whole big story to this tutorial. It won't explain, well, we are going to build a capacitor, it will provide power to you. Once you've built it, you can see which areas are powered and not. It'll just be short tutorial or short text that'll explain everything. I think that kind of works well, because sometimes when you play games you get these lengthy tutorials where you have to read pages and pages of information, and this is just really short, and I think that's a good thing. I like that. Alright, well, let's proceed. This machine is not being powered. Place a capacitor right there. And there you see, it's now functional. It's powered. How easy can it get? Make all machines functional. Well, we did good. Oh, that's going quickly. Place a silo here. Check the resource grid. Blue tiles are resourced. Alright, so the silo provides the resources they need. This machine is not being resourced. Place a silo right here. There it is. And now the machine is functional. That's how easy it is. So you just have to check by the icon what a machine needs, and you can make them get to work. There they go. Now it becomes more difficult. One power, one resources. That's done. Alright, two with power. You can just place one. It'll power both. Same with the resources. There we go. Perfect. Now this one, as you can see, needs both. So you have to think about where to place which building. Now this is the last information. That's about the AI core that provides these two. So it's a silo and a capacitor in one. So that's good. Alright, let's proceed. That was the tutorial. Now we are in mission mode, and the first mission is this first planet that we'll head to. And well, here's our objective. We need to get 900 power. Here's some information about the planet you are about to visit. It has a code name, Basel. It's small, resources are abundant, and it's easy. So, well, that should be fun. There are a lot of buttons we can't press, but that's fine. Let's launch a mission. There's a story. This whole game has a lovely story. And it has some fun in it. It's really well thought, and I suggest you really read it and just enjoy it. So this is the AI. This is the robot we are actually playing in this game. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. Let's boot up this. Well, it's going to boot up. So boot up sequence engaged. Speech function testing. Output. Hello world. we can talk. And there's another robot called Mimi. Ah, hello, so you can talk after all. I've been waiting for you. Foreign object appears sentient. AI will analyze that foreign object. Analysis, proceed. Hey, I'm not an object. My name is Mimi. I'm your assistant. Ah, so we have an assistant named Mimi. Don't treat me like a mindless object. The AI has self-learning algorithm installed, so we're just collecting data to learn. All the things you could study, countless stars to explore, colonies to be built, things to discover. And you decide to analyze me. AI will refrain from analyzing the foreign object Mimi. Good. Wait, I just said landing sequence engaged. There we go. We can now start our first mission. There we are. Well, accomplish all objectives to complete the mission. Currently our goal is to generate 900 power. And well, here we see some sort of a power bar, so that should be it. This is an Inda vein. Place a drill on one of them to harvest Inda. Make sure it's functional. Alright, and here we have the drill. So, oh, that's not supposed to happen. Alright, let's place a drill there, and then we need to power it. You are now gaining Inda. Oh, that's good. Inda is used to build and maintain machines. Perfect. This is an iCat node. Place a drill on one of them to harvest iCat. Make sure it's functional. Alright, so it's easy that we can use a drill again. We need to power it. So why am I placing the power sources in the middle? Because, well, these four are being powered by it. And since we have abundancy of resources, I don't see why we can just skip this one. If we need more, we can just place 4 around that one power grid and that'll work, so that's easy. You are now gaining iCat. iCat is consumed by a generator to produce power. Oh, so now we can produce power. Build a generator now, make it functional. Alright. Well, this is the AI core, which provides both power and resources. So this should work. You are now generating power from iCat. Power is consumed by most machines to run them. Alright. Now that you know how to generate power, it is now up to you to accomplish the objective. Alright. You can view summarized tutorials using the menu. You can also restart the mission if you're stuck. Okay, thanks. That's easy. We should see this running up. Yeah, slowly running up, so that's good. So there's a lot of buildings. You have 2 tabs here which you can switch around. Same with resources everywhere, just 1 and 2 you can switch around. You can check the power grid, you can check the resource grid, so that's all very easy. As you can see, these 2 are both power and resources, so that's interesting. And I think I'm going to speed this up a bit, so we'll get more resources and an extra factory, and that should work. Oh yeah, that's speeding it up. So if you're unsure what to do, you can click here on this button. Oh, interesting. So it tells you what to do. Now, this thing is basically a colony building game, but it's also a puzzle game. And why is that? Well, as you can see here, we have 9 out of 30 buildings constructed. We can only build 30. And as you will progress and get into new missions, that'll be a thing. You'll end up with 30 buildings and not have achieved everything, so you have to get rid of some buildings, you have to place them strategically, like I did here, just 1 power node powering up to 4 resource buildings. That's really good, that's really something you need. So that's a thing to keep in mind. It's also a bit of a puzzle game. Alright, mission accomplished, some nice music, we see our 2 robot friends. Well, let's return then. Ah, the story continues. Nice work out there. AI collected useful data. I would like to continue exploration. That's great, I'm very happy to hear that. But you'll face many obstacles along the way. We barely got started. In fact, how long did we take to travel here? The time elapsed is 7,481 years. Well, that's quite a while. We were asleep for that long? Affirmative. AI is very precise. AI has traveled for 7,481 years, 298 days, and 18 hours. Alright, I get it. The time we spent so far is rather insignificant. Looks like there's a long way to go still. Well, now we can engage in another mission. We can talk to Mimi. And, well, this is basically it. We'll go to the next planet. Its code name is Bizet. It's a medium-sized planet, resources are abundant, and the difficulty is medium. And well, I'm not going to show you any more missions because I think you should go ahead and explore this on your own. It's a really funny game. It's not that expensive. I checked it in the Steam store. I live in Holland, and here is €8.19, so that's not too expensive. And I guess if you get the game and have some fun with it, you also support Cookie Legends, the sole programmer, so I think that'll be a good thing as well. And it's just a fun game, but I'm not going to show you how to do all the missions. Maybe I'll do that later on, but you just have some fun with it yourself. So what do I think about this game as a whole and as I look at it? Well, I think it's a really nice game. It gives you that really retro feel. I'm 36 now, and I've been playing computer games since I was 6. And it really brings back some childhood memories. But if I think back on those childhood games, they were usually really easy, and this game has a lot more to it. You have to think about all the buildings, what everything is, where to place it. You have to be strategic because, well, you can only build 30 buildings, and in some missions that's a real challenge to get everything done. So that's a nice thing. It's just fun to play, and I mean, I like the music. There are 7 music tracks, and it's just great music. It's really inspiring and happy and cheerful. I also like the good story it has among the AI robot, which basically is you, and the Mimi, your aid robot right here. It's a really fun story. And I think, well, this whole game it's a nice idea. And the graphics, the feel, the sound, everything's really coming together, and I really like that. But, and that's maybe some feedback and some ideas I have when I play this game. I've played for, I don't know, 6 or 8 hours now. And for me, it's not a game I would play if I have like 2 hours and, well, what game should I play? Oh, let's play this for 2 hours. That's too long for me. I think, I mean, if I play Ostriv or Foundation, or I can get lost in that and play for hours straight. This, because every mission is pretty short, and it's about puzzling, where to put your buildings. You have to think about the resources because everything has these crazy foreign names, so, or I don't know, alien names. Nothing is what you think it is, so you have to really think about it. It's just fun for like 15-20 minutes. So every now and then, when I have like 15-20 minutes to spare, I'll start up a game, I'll play a mission and see if I can finish it, and then I'll just shut down the program and do something else. And along with that, it would make it a lot easier if, well, a lot of the resource names just doesn't make sense. They're really tough. You have like Tsa and Ka, and, well, let me launch this mission so we can see. I'll skip the tutorial for now. So if we go around, yeah, let's get rid of this, I'll show you. You have all these different types of resources. So this is called Hez, you have Tsa, you have Inda, you have Icat, and nothing really makes sense to me. And I think it would help my gameplay if stuff has names that I can relate to, or that are a little bit more logic. So you need this resource for, what was it called? Icat, for basically power generation. Why not just name it coal? So I know, oh yeah, right, it's coal and I need that for power generation. That'll make it a lot easier to get into the game. And especially because I'm not playing this for hours and hours, so I memorize everything. I just play it for 20 minutes. I have to really think all the time, or make a paper for myself where I write everything down to memorize it all. And that's making it really hard. Of course, that could also just be a challenge, and maybe you just love that and are willing to go for that. I don't think I am. So that would be a tip for me. Just make the resource names, etc. I mean, all the buildings, if you check all the building names, they're all just normal buildings. Absolutely makes sense to name something a drill, and name the power unit a generator, and the factory where you construct things. All those names are logic. So why not have some more logic names for all the resources? That'll make it easier. And of course, I would really love to see some tooltips. So if I put my mouse over a resource, I want to see what it is. I have no clue right now. But those are just minor things that I think will enhance this game, and it's a game that's still being developed. I believe there's about an update every week, every other week, so it's still being developed. But those are just little things on my mind that I would say, well, maybe that could make the game even better. But all in all, it's a fun game. If you have the money to spare, if you want to have a nice game, build colonies, do some puzzling, this is really nice. If not, well, then just skip it and go ahead and play another game. But yeah, I like it, and I really want to thank Cookie Legend, the creator of this game, for putting his trust in me. And let's get to the main menu. For putting his trust in me and giving me the key to play this. It's really enjoyable, and I'll be playing it in the future. Maybe do some videos about it, but not quite yet. I want everyone else to have some fun playing all those different maps and campaign missions without just having a tutorial on the internet way how you play all the missions. But yeah, it's nice. Well, this was my first review and gameplay video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. That'll be a big help. Of course, any feedback about this video, this review video, because this is my first time I made a video like this. Maybe you have tips for me how I can do it better. But, well, just let me know in the comment section and I'll respond to it. And of course, I hope to see you in another video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.